Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? And welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where I take you through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. I realised I said hello to the wrong camera, but it's Sunday. No one's awake yet. Give me some time. How are you all doing? Welcome to the Lovin Daily. Today we're going to be talking about a new law that came into effect over the weekend, which will guarantee some non-Emiratis citizenship. This is absolutely huge. We'll also be talking about the fact that a restaurant in Dubai is charging for disposable plates. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. We'll be talking about Team Angel Wolf and also a very cool language learning platform, which I want to let you know that today's show is actually sponsored by Arabits, and that's an AI powered app that makes learning Arabic easier, helping all ages to develop the Arabic fundamentals like reading, writing, speaking, conversation skills, and listening skills through bite-sized learnings. This is very cool. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the show. But first of all, Ali has come in with a slick haircut. I feel like you need to show everyone you're looking very well. Come on.
Over there?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, come.
All right.
It's because you're taking over. Ali has a very special job today. He's taking over one of our huge shows on another channel. Welcome, Ali.
Morning, everyone.
Looking very nice to the side. You only got side profile. He's like, get back to work, Casey. It's because some little people may not know Lovin Dubai has some sister websites, sister platforms doing very similar things in Arabic. One of them is it's Smashy, right?
Yeah.
Smashy. Do you want to give a little bit of shout out to what you're doing today?
Smashy. So we are recording Who's Crushing Social Media. That is a show on Snapchat.
It's on Snapchat, guys. And if you speak Arabic, not only is it on Snapchat, it is like the biggest performing show. Laffy usually does it. It has billions of views, billions of minutes watched. Like, it is one of the biggest shows on Snapchat. If you're on Snapchat, it's called Min Kesem.
Min Kasser Social Media.
Min Kesem Social Media. And I would definitely recommend it. Talks about all the influencers in the Arab world. And today, Alibaba is going to be taking over the show. Manar is writing while Afi is on holiday. So Laffy, if you're watching, enjoy your break. Ali will do a brilliant job. He's looking slick. He's looking ready to go. And back to Arabits, by the way, while they are the sponsor of the show, all of the opinions and statements are Lovin Dubai's. Breaking into our top story, this was announced over the weekend and so many expats will be interested. It actually got 10,000 likes on our Instagram account, which is huge. I think that's one of the reasons Lovin Dubai reached 400k on Instagram this weekend. A shout out for that. That's really big for us. We're super excited about that. 10,000 likes on a photo. Rarely do we get it, but we got it over the weekend. Shireen had the news up really fast. A new law grants UAE citizenship for non-Emiratis. Now, this was an announcement made by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, and it aims to attract talents to contribute to the UAE's development journey. And it could be you if you are a talent that can contribute to the UAE's journey. So he tweeted that a new law grants citizenship for non-Emiratis. It's already in play. They've actually adopted a current law that was there. He said, we adopted law amendments that allow granting the UAE citizenship to investors, specialized talents. I love the gray area there. That could be anyone. And professionals, including scientists, doctors, engineers, artists, authors, and their families.
Wow.
This is so great. Basically, this opens it up for all of us. But basically, the UAE cabinet, local Emirati courts, and executive councils, they will nominate those eligible for the citizenship under the clear criteria for each category. So it's not just going to be like, okay, I nominate Ali because he did a good job on Mean Kess on social media. There will be clear-cut categories for each. There will be criteria under each category, and it will be up to Emirati courts, executive councils to nominate individuals who are performing in the UAE and who are adding value to the UAE's society. The law allows receivers of the UAE's passport to keep their existing citizenship. So that's key, because I think a lot of people before, when we've had discussions about UAE citizenship for non-Emiratis, there was discussions over whether or not you would have to give up your current citizenship. No. In this circumstance, for these this new special editions, you will be allowed to keep your existing citizenship. So we'll go back to it. Granting UAE citizenship to investors, specialized talents, and professionals. Yeah. The interest in this in this article was just huge, because I think it just means that the UAE is opening up more and more to non-Emiratis. It's just like, how do we get there? What is that path to becoming a specialized talent is my question.
I think it's a long way for us.
Where's the positivity on the Sunday morning? Nicole on Trend, who's a luxury fashion shopper, she responded on Instagram just being like, I'm a special talent, right? And someone's saying she's a national treasure. Absolutely.
Wow.
But literally every single person is like, quits job to become an artist. Someone said SRK is getting one for sure. How about people who've been in Dubai for like forever? So the length of time you've been in Dubai does not guarantee you citizenship, but it's what you're contributing to society. Yeah. And if the powers that be deem your contribution as very, very, very worthy. Someone also said the future will always be better in the UAE. That's why we're hoping to stay. This is such a boost towards our economy. Thank you to the leadership of the UAE, 100%. Great news. That's why UAE will always be on the top. The government here is super. Someone said something. This is great. Please note that this is a comment on one of our Instagram posts. Please note that social media influencers or fashionistas with a blue tick does not qualify you as specialized talent. Good point. No, it's great though, and I love the level of positivity and optimism. It makes me wish I had become a doctor, like my mom always told me to. But however, here we are, delivering the news. No, but this is really great. It was on His Highness Sheikh Mohammed's Twitter account over the weekend. It's obviously huge. We still will obviously have to see the rollout of that. We know that there already is citizenship in place for non-Emiratis, so it's like that gold card that people have been getting. People that have made massive contributions to society. This opens it up more. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. We'll move into our next story. I'd love to get your thoughts on this one. A Dubai restaurant is charging customers to use disposable plates. So someone on Instagram shared a receipt. They went to a restaurant in Dubai. They paid, let's say the total bill, which you can see, was 39 dirham. So within that 39 dirham, they got a soft drink, 2 soft drinks, a tea, a mineral water, chicken tikka, biryani supreme. So not expensive, quite affordable. But within the bill as well, they were charged 2 dirham for disposable plates. This is a new charge. Restaurants aren't doing this before. And I kind of have to say that you do see both sides of the story, I reckon. Because I think this person who sent it in was a bit like, what is this? Is this an extra charge? Is this another charge at all restaurants? Is this mandatory? Every restaurant I go to, is this the new water that I have to pay when I go everywhere? Thoughts, Ali?
I usually don't see this here. This is the first time, to be honest. I would be weirded out to pay for a plate, maybe. But if it's a disposable plate, then it kind of makes sense because the owner might think of like the environment.
Well, you hope it's paper, not plastic, but they're usually paper.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably born out of new COVID rules. So unless you have like a fully functioning dishwasher and things, in some places that before you needed to use disposable plates, and that's obviously a new cost for restaurants at a struggling time. Not easy for them, especially when you look at restaurants and they're now asked to have 3 meters between each table. So they're operating at a very, very reduced capacity. In some cases, you're thinking, how are you even putting food on the table when you're only allowed this capacity? In your restaurant, you're still employing so many staff. You still need to employ the same number of people to get the food on the table. You still need a host. You still need a waiter. So, you know what? Even if a restaurant, I get it. I really do. If restaurants if they don't have those regulation dishwashers, if they have to charge people for disposable cutlery I know it's a difficult time for all of us. I know we've lost jobs. I get it. Even though I know that customers are going to be like, it's another charge, we don't want to pay it. If it's just 1 or 2 dirham to help the restaurant industry when they've really had a tough time.
1 or 2 dirhams won't affect you. So.
Or you say it won't affect me?
No, like it won't affect. Like 1 or 2 dirhams is fine. like for if they're charging you for plates. So
Maybe a heads up would be nice
yeah, heads up, like a disclaimer
on the menu.
on the menu, on like when you go to the restaurant and you actually see it, like, hey, we're gonna charge you this much for
Yeah.
using plates, you know. So
Instagram, would you guys mind being charged 1 or 2 dirham for plates? And then if you're being charged for plates, then are you going to get charged for glasses, for knives and forks, the whole shebang? This is just a disposable charge for 2 people, so it's 1 dirham each per person, which I just think tricky time. Restaurants were closed; they're operating in very limited capacity. If you're going to charge me 1 dirham, I'll take it. It's absolutely fine.
yeah.
But a heads up would be nice. Maybe.
A heads up.
Thoughts? We will move into our next story. I want to give a little shout out to Team Angel Wolf because this weekend they climbed a Welsh mountain that's actually taller than the Burj Khalifa. This is huge. This family is always conquering amazing achievements. And this weekend, Nick carried his son Rio, who is 17 years old and a person of determination, on his back. And they conquered Penny Fan, which is in the Brecon Beacons National Park, that's in Wales, which is actually 886 meters. But they did this on their stairs in Sustainable City. So this is actually taller than the Burj Khalifa, which they've done before. And this is just a shout out to the family who are continuously doing epic achievements. And they're doing it every month for one purpose. And the purpose is to get you involved. So they do it from their home every single month. At the end of the month, it's actually called Climb with Rio. We're in season 2. We're at the start of season 2. Next month, at the end of the month, they'll take on Africa. But the purpose is not just for them to complete this, it's to encourage us at home to climb that ourselves. So if we could try and do, let me think, 886 meters in the stairs. Well, I live in a villa, so it would be like, well, a 2-story villa. It would be a lot. But that's kind of the fun. So it's actually for schools and everyone to take part, figure out how far the distance would need to be for you. If you don't want to do the stairs, it's all about inclusivity. So you can do it at any level. You can just walk it, you can jog it, you can run it. The whole point is to get people involved. And like I said, they're doing this every month. We're in season 2. And basically, if you want to learn more about it, it's on their Instagram page. They have a website, but it's basically a great activity for individuals, families, school, friends, everybody, abilities who want to get involved. I'm sure you know the Team Angel Wolf story. I'm sure you know how they have not been non-stop all through 2019, all through 2020 and kicking off 2021. They've been at this for years, plenty of races behind them. When there's no races, they're still doing it and they want you to do it too. If you want more information, check out Team Angel Wolf, get involved. You don't need to wait until the end of the month. They have activities ongoing, so we'll learn more about it. But if you are a school, which is really interesting, if you're learning online, if teachers need a little bit of help with support, with learning resources, they actually have something set up for you on their website, and it's like creative sheets. So you can figure out they go continent by continent. They're going to Africa next month. You can choose your peak in Africa. So it's kind of like learning, and the educational value is there. Figure out the height of the peak that you want to scale. Then figure out how you want to do it. Do you want to walk it? How many times? Like, I really need to figure out how many floors of my home I'd have to do. But it's all part of the fun. And then you can document it, let them know that you're involved. And it's all about inclusion, not just of people in determination, but of every single person, especially now when we're all struggling. I have not worked down in a long time. It started because of COVID and I just never got back into it. It's really been so long. I've probably been on like 2 runs in about 8 months. It's like, but today is meant to be my first day back at the gym. But when you say it's meant to be my first day back, like there's probably a work event later on that I may be going to, but you know how hard it is. The whole point is that we know it's tricky. Many of us aren't going to the gyms at the moment. It's just tricky to motivate yourself. So anyone who's inspiring us deserves a bit of praise, and that's what Team Angel Wolf are doing. Before we leave you, I want to let you know that you can now expand your horizons here in the UAE by acing the Arabic language. And now this is very cool for people who live in the UAE, students all ages who've considered learning Arabic and haven't gotten there, because there's now an app making learning Arabic easier, I should say. So Arabits helps students listening, speaking, writing and writing skills using proven methodology enriched by AI-based tools. So that includes speech and handwriting recognition. So it's got all of that within it. The curriculum, is aligned with the UAE Ministry of Education framework for learning Arabic, and it actually helps young learners from all backgrounds to meet the grade level requirements for modern standard Arabic in the UAE. It's called Arabits. We wrote an article over the weekend. We've been playing around with it a little bit. If you want to learn Arabic, or if your students, if your kids are trying to learn, let's say you've moved here as an expat, Arabic is part of the learning curriculum here. They're struggling with it as they could be. Get them onto this AI-powered app. It's got plenty of tools to make it easy for you. But that's basically, look, it's not easy, right?
Yeah.
For it's a whole new.
Even for Arabs, the formal Arabic language, it's difficult. You know, like, okay, we know the basics, but the higher level you go, it gets more difficult.
And even like your writing, you've all new like how do I say you have all new letters, or is it you have a total different writing system? What?
No.
What do we know?
No, we don't have new letters.
Well, your script is totally different.
Oh yeah.
To English.
Yeah. Of course,
so it's not just learning the sounds and understanding.
Yeah. There's letters that are not in English.
Yeah, it's totally foreign to people who learned, I don't know,
like
Western dialect. I don't know.
Yeah, like rain. 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 Like
and different sounds, of course.
Yeah, of course.
What's that?
It's a letter. Rain.
Yeah. Okay, see, hard. No, but basically, look, it is tricky. But we talked about citizenship in the UAE. Are we going to be here long term? Hopefully. And my brother Richard, if you're watching, hi Richard, he's been learning Arabic for a while. So I think he took it on maybe once a couple of summers ago, didn't stick with it. Now he's actually doing it, and he has to really devote time. We hear him in the office every morning. And he says his Arabic. That was probably, I butchered that. Apologies for butchering that. Sabah khair. Is that right? No, say it.
You have to pronounce the R at the end.
Sabah khair.
Almost. Yeah.
I remember the girls on the morning show for Smashy TV would always say to Instagram, Sabah khair. Okay, I need to improve that too. But look, it's not easy. And if you're planning to spend a lot of time here, if your children are going to grow up here, what they have done at Arabits, if they have recognized, not easy, and they've made a platform to make it easier for students at grades of all levels, from any background, to learn modern standard Arabic in the UAE. So fantastic. Shout out to them. Yeah. That's it for us on the Lovin Daily this morning. Hope you've had a brilliant weekend, and we'll be back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Stay safe and wash your hands. Bye. Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday, where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.